Well, I came here 30 years ago, in Kathmandu mostly, and I remember my father being very, very happy to come back here. And when I came back here 1 year ago, I felt also like coming back home feeling, you know, where you feel really comfortable, you feel like really welcome. And yeah, that's the feeling I have. Yeah, I'm climbing different mountains. I'm climbing the inner mountains, and that's what he was saying in his book. You know, the last sentence was there are other Annapurnas to climb. So everybody has its own Annapurna to climb, and there is no limit in terms of heights. You know, it's not. You know, Everest is very small compared to the inner mountain.
Herzog IVF and Fertility Center, where miracles come to life.
Music is important, meditation, yoga, tai chi, art, dancing, everything that can make ourselves happy, you know, the soul happy. Father, everybody is the same, you know. The parents, they put so much pressure on us, you know, oh, you should be doing this and that, you know, studies. But at some point for me, I started to follow my own path, the one that really makes me happy, joyful, feeling like a kid all the time. You know, that's the most important. And now I understand it. It's the people, the Nepali people, the heart of Nepali people, the smile, the look in the eyes, the transparency, the love, you know, really. Because, you know, back in Europe or in the USA or whatever, everybody is closed, everybody is so serious, you know. And we miss the point. When we come here, we remember that we are all human beings. We come here to have a good time, you know, not to be too serious, you know. When we are a kid, we want to grow old. And when we got older, we want to become a kid again, you know. That's the invitation. The greatness of the mountain, how nature should be respected and honored and not be conquered. You know, we think too much of ourselves. We're on Annapurna, boom, like this, and we're all gone. And it's the same. It's the same with everything. And this is really what I came here to, you know, to speak about, is that yes, we can conquer the biggest mountains, we can go to the moon, we can go to Mars, but we still know very, very little about the true reality of the universe, the ultimate reality. Well, he never pushed. He never pushed, on the contrary. You know, I think as a parent it's very tricky, you know, because we want them to be like us, because we are scared, you know. He was not scared. But it took me some time to realize that I didn't have to follow whatever he wanted me to do, or my mother, or society, or whatever. So it takes a lot of time and a lot of courage to go the opposite way, you know. So yes, I did some climbing, I did some, you know, a lot of hiking, trekking, but ultimately, you know, the biggest climb is here. And you can talk to all the biggest climber in the world. We talk the same language, the silence. You know, when we are up there and there is the wind, there is the snow, we are in the middle of the chaos, right? Well, there is still this silence that comes in, and it comes in within the ears. Maybe you can probably hear it right now. It's this, you know, this little symphony in the ears. It's called the nada. So that's the primordial sound of the universe. So even if you are a mountaineer or a spiritual man or just a normal guy, we experience the same. It's just the level of awareness that we put into it. So what are we looking for? my only, it's, you know, suggestion or invitation is to follow his own path, you know, like we talked about. Everybody has his own Annapurna to climb. And he's actually here. À chacun son adresse is our dear friend. So he will climb his own Everest or his own Annapurna like anyone else, you know. And it's not about going on top or whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's really about the process, you know, being like here, you know, all together. Whatever we do, it's not really about achieving, but how much fun we have in the process, you know. Otherwise, it's boring. I mean, this is my point of view.
How do you remember his grandfather in this time?
Okay, for you this question, huh?
How do I remember?
Yeah, your grandfather.
Your grandfather.
I really feel connected to him at this place. It's really special for me. I was waiting for this moment for a long time. We've been preparing all the logistics, the press, of course, with the Nepalese team. And thank you, all of you. It's really great from the beginning. And yeah, concerning my grandfather, I can feel it. He's speaking to us. He's heard from what I've remembered from him as a young person, his sense of humor, of course, but also humility. And I think he was, you know, always interested in Nepalese culture, in the religion, in Buddhism, Hinduism, and he's really trying to be connected with your people. And in the end, we are all the same, you know. We are all, as you said, Matthias, we're all connected with the mountains, and this shared love of the environment is what brings us here today. So yeah, I totally agree with you. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's a sort of sign of destiny, in my opinion, because it was against the odds. As you said, there wasn't many techniques. The weather was bad. As you can see, there at this moment of the year, it's very hard. And I think, yeah, this is not a French victory, but it's a human victory, and it's a victory for all of us. And yeah, I think it's very important. And every time I think about Annapurna, I think about this. It's a miracle.